following show features stupid opinions and ideas from two idiot brothers who probably did little research and practiced zero due diligence on the topic at hand. The MLO Bros opinions do not reflect the views of their employer, guests, sponsors, families, neighbors, or pets. If you do not like what they are saying and don't agree with their views or opinions, don't watch the show. We can promise we do not care. Welcome to the worst show on the internet.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home or even a horse farm, call me, Amy Watkins with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Stauffer Realty, and I'll be with you every step of the way.
I just closed one with Amy yesterday, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a quiet night because everybody's busy, buddy.
Right. Everybody's
I was
are
like,
you
to get back
outside right now?
Huh?
Are you outside right now?
Yeah, my kids are inside. Maggie went to get Lucas. I don't like them.
Oh, very nice. I just got back from the theater, so
so I think it's going to be a quiet night. Thank you to the 15 people currently watching. Sound off in the comments tonight. We'd love to have you guys be part of the show. Real fast, if you're watching, say hi in the comments. Make sure you like and follow us. Thank you to Amy, our sponsor. That's our last night tonight as a sponsor. And also, don't forget our buddy Mayor Tim at Valley Insurance Group. Dude, there he is. Lucas had a football game. He almost scored. He was so close.
So he caught it, but
So he's a fullback, right? And they're on like the Struthers 20-yard line going in.
Yeah.
They motion him to a wingback spot. Follow that. Yeah. Acts like he blocks, goes like a little 5-yard out, catches it, rumbles in. He is like diving for the end zone. He gets hit by like two guys. I see him put the ball forward and like a yard short.
Oh, damn.
First game he's played as a 7th grader. It's like, oh my God.
How'd they do?
They won. You're 2-0. Lucas is doing good. It's good. He had a tip pass and linebacker.
They probably gets him hungry to play more, you know?
100%. That's what he needs, man. That's what those younger kids need. It was an interesting conversation. There was something, and I wanted to talk about that too while we're doing this.
Sure.
Somebody on Everything Austin Town the other day talked about football and was complaining because the Austin Town head football coach, so we're talking juniors and seniors, high school,
okay,
was not playing all of the seniors and was playing. Okay. So he had there's 22 seniors.
Yeah.
11 kids on each team, 11 offense, 11 defense. He was bitching because people were playing both ways and not playing.
Some kids were playing offense and defense, and the other kids were still sitting.
Yes.
Okay.
At what level of sports is it about winning and not having the kids play?
7th grade.
Is that 7th grade?
7th grade.
You think 7th? Why 7th?
Because I think at that point, it's no longer daddy coaching. You have legitimate coaches, and it's a team representing the school.
Right. That's a good point. 7th. So you think 7th grade?
Correct. It's no
7th
longer
grade. Parents shouldn't be complaining if your kids aren't playing.
No.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's a lesson in sitting on that bench. And I think it's important. I think it's important for kids to have that lesson because it sucks. We've all been there. It sucks to sit on that bench and think about, man, I wish I was playing right now. I think that I could help this team. But you do your time, and then you realize that I don't want to be in that position ever again. So and it translates over to life in general, whether it be your job, whether it be other sports, whether it be anything. You have to work hard if you want to be successful. And you're going to have to be better than other people if you want to be successful. In order to do that, that's the lesson.
You can look at it. You can look at it the other way too, of the lesson of sitting on the sideline when you're playing a sport. There are always going to be people that are better than you at something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're like an apex of whatever, right? You know what I mean? But most of the time, people are going to do better than you. People are going to be smarter than you. And I think sitting on the sideline teaches a kid that. The problem is these freaking parents get involved. They start bitching at the coaches. They go to the school board. They go to the superintendent. My kid's not playing. My kid's not playing.
Yeah.
What does that teach your kid? What does that teach your kid? I can't stress that enough.
It's you having and your kid is almost not learning the lesson.
Yeah.
If they go home and they hear you say, honey, this is your coach's fault. You are perfect. You are good. You're better than all the kids out there, when they're not. You know what I mean? So that kid, instead of learning his lesson, like, if I work harder, I'm not as good as those other kids. And if I work harder, I can be better than them. And I will be better than them if I put my mind to it.
Yeah. If you're watching at home, hey, this is a group conversation. So feel free to comment in the comments. We want to hear it. Here's a good one, Isaac. This is a great
entire
question.
Season? The entire season? No, but if you're up by 45, throw them in.
Yeah,
but
I don't think we should sit on the bench. There's going to be, like any sport, there's going to be an opportunity to put them in. And as a coach, even as a senior and junior, those kids should play a little bit.
Yeah.
They might not play a game if it's a close game, but there's going to be an opportunity to put them in. You're going to either have a blowout or you're going to get blown out. One way. It happens.
And here's what you should do. If you're that kid that's sitting on the bench, and I did this in 8th grade basketball. If you're the kid sitting on the bench and you get in, you play as best as you possibly can. In 8th grade basketball, I would get in and they'd be like, hey, we're not shooting. We're up 45. We're not shooting. I would score a point every single time I got in. Every single time. To the point where parents were taking notice, like, hey, Isaac, you got it at the end. You score every game. Like, you're on the scorebook every game. And then the coach, like, I remember the coach making eye contact with me and me just going. It's like,
well, and here's the other thing too. I remember you were in 8th grade riding the Pine, and I said, "Do you want me to help you get better at sports at basketball?" And you said yes. You and I went to the gym
every day.
And I remember I would throw, I think we did like 20 shots, 3-pointers in a row, because you weren't big at that point. You weren't tall. You weren't big.
I was tiny.
And all we did is, and you turned into a 3-point shooter.
And this was 8th grade to freshman year. And then freshman basketball, I was shooting all high school. All I did was shoot threes.
You were shooting threes, you could hit them.
Yeah. All I would do was shoot threes. But then the coach from 8th grade, when I was playing freshman year, he's like, hey, I see you playing a lot more in freshman, and that's awesome. And, it's very good for you. But I was down on myself because I wasn't playing. And then the kid has to learn the lesson and grow from it. It's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to get better. And if you're a parent that says, honey, you're perfect. If you're talking to your kid and saying, you're good, there's nothing wrong with you, it's the coach's fault. Your kid's not learning the lesson. He just is thinking that he's fine.
Sandy says, Luke help you get better? Is that why you're a professional athlete, or did you just help you compete? And I helped him play better as a freshman, sophomore.
As a freshman. And I still wasn't all that good, but I got
better than you would have been.
Right. So I got better.
You couldn't even hit a 3 before, and then we went and all of a sudden you're banging threes.
Yeah. So and then that translates over to work. Luke's my boss, and he sort of kind of helps me get better as a loan officer.
I'm still helping you get better at stuff. I'm not as good as a coach at loan officer. I'm kind of a dick.
No, I don't even call Luke anymore. It's not worth it.
I just want you and O'Keel to leave me alone. O'Keel, funny story. Tell the funny story today, Isaac. Tell the funny story about.
So I posted about this on Facebook, but today Luke and I, we're currently going through moving our office from the big side over to the small side. We're downgrading back to our old setup, but we get done with that. We get done fixing up the office, and I go outside, and I am sitting in the car texting my clients before I drive away because, texting and driving is bad. So I look over, and O'Keel's there. And O'Keel looks at me, and he's just like mean mugging me because me and O'Keel are roommates. He's our other loan officer. We go way back.
Yeah, everybody's
in my wedding. It's not like we're messing. It's not like we're actually fighting. But I look at him. I open my door, and I'm like, "Get the hell out of the car! We're fighting." So he steps out of the car, just play fighting. We go out in front of our cars, and we're in the middle of Poland.
Middle of Poland, by the way. Middle of Poland.
At our office, middle of Poland. O'Keel and I, O'Keel's a black guy, if you didn't catch the name. So we are fighting in the middle of Poland. And O'Keel grabs me by the shoulders and I grab him by the shoulders. And we're like locking up and we're going. And I'm looking him in the eyes. And I say something terribly racist to him about how about the Poland cops and him being a black guy, and all I have to do is stall and he'll die. So, so he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and we're fighting, and he rips off my hat, like throws it, and then just
children,
just being idiots. So then a guy pulls in a car, and he gets out of the car and he looks at me. He gets out of the car and he like walks around the corner. He's like wide-eyed and he's like, "Are you Schuster?" And I'm like, "I'm Isaac." He's like, "Is Luke here?" I'm like, "No, but I'm." He's like, "Oh, you're Isaac. You're not Luke." I'm like, "No, I'm Isaac." And he's like, "Oh, okay. I'm so and so from Enact, a mortgage insurance company.
Yep.
And I wanted to talk to you and the other loan officers about business." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "He's a loan officer too. We're like best friends. We're just fighting." That was like all a joke. None of it was serious. And I'm so sorry that you had to see that. He's like, "You guys like outside working out some stress?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Like that is two big dudes fighting in a parking lot.
I'm wearing a cutoff and like just freaking wrestling. It was so awkward. And then me and O'Keel get done, or we get done talking to him. The guy goes away, and me and O'Keel just start laughing, and we're like, "Dude, what are the odds of that happening?" But that guy like comes in here. He's not a random person, and he's just like a guy that we like work with.
I text him later, and I'm like, and he had never met you guys. I've known him for years, and I'm like, "Dude," I said, "I heard you met my loan officers," and you know what he says? "I expect nothing less from your team."
It's so fun. Like, dude, it was so
amazing.
awkward, but like, hilarious at the same time.
Stephanie, professional, stuff.
The best part is this guy, because on one of my deals in the past, just this last week, I sent my file to him, so he did the mortgage insurance for me.
Yeah.
And he's like, so it's this awkward situation where he's super happy to see me because I helped him.
Yeah,
we sent him at the same time, I'm an idiot wearing a cutoff that's fighting in a parking lot. So he's like happy, but he's like, "This is so weird."
And if you're looking for that in a loan officer, we are mortgage loan officers, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Right.
We need home loan purchases, refis, home equities, construction. We do it all. The best part, though, like I said, he's like, "I expect nothing less." And right. I'm just telling you guys all think a lot of people are like, "Oh, you guys are like this on your podcast." We are really like this in real life. Like this is how we are. There's nothing.
Oh, for sure. We're idiots. Nothing. Like we're just and that's why it's O'Keel fits in so well with us because we're just like he's like, "Okay, we're fighting in the parking lot. We're gonna wrestle in the parking lot right now." And it's the other good thing is, like I told him, is Mayor Tim, the mayor of Poland, is in the office upstairs. So I'm even more happy that like,
hey, hold on, keep talking.
What's that?
Be right back. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm even more happy that anybody that drove by is like, "That's the mayor's parking lot, and there are two large men that are fighting in the parking lot right now." So it was insane. But Chris Robinson says, "Practicing to fight that bank in Canfield on the green." Listen, I'm not saying that any other bank is better than us. You know, I think we compete. But when it comes to, if we had to fight in a parking lot, I'm pretty sure our branch would be able to hold our own, against any other bank of three guys in our area. We're pretty big. I mean, I'm 6'3", Luke's 6'2", O'Keel's 6'1", and combined we're almost 1,000 pounds. So, almost 1,000 pounds. So that's some pretty big boys. That's some real big boys. But I don't know where Luke went. So now we're chilling. What do you guys? Is everybody at the fair tonight? What are people doing? Stephanie says professionalism at its finest. Absolutely. Holly, thanks for being here. I think that's a huge part of the challenge between community and school sanctioned sports. I think at 7th grade, you get to that point where you are a legitimate school team. You don't have mom and dad as your coach anymore. It's legitimate coaches. And at that point, you're no longer trying to learn, you're trying to win.
Sorry.
And I think one of the parents' excuses was, let the kids get in there and coach them to make them better.
Yes, exactly.
No, coaching comes in practice, and it comes in a game too, but you earn your shot at practice.
Mm-hmm.
So they're being coached at practice. Every single player is getting better at practice, but it's the coach's determination of who plays on game day. Luke, you missed it. I said, after Chris said practicing to fight the bank in Canfield, I said, if there's any other group of 3 people from any other bank that would to get in a parking lot fight, I'm pretty sure we could hold our own. We might not be the best bank in terms of loan officers, though I would think we could compete as some of the best loan officers in Youngstown. But I know for damn sure we could definitely do some damage in a parking lot fight.
I would say a parking lot fight. I would say basketball, although Keel's going to hold us back a little bit. Let's be honest. In basketball.
Oh, basketball, yeah, we'd be fine. But I was like, combined, we're almost 1,000 pounds combined.
Yeah, look, Isaac. I'm surprised. I'd never expect you to act this way, but definitely Luke, hands down. Laugh out loud. Glad to see you a little wild side. Like I would fight.
Well, it's O'Keel. So, like, you got to realize that's my college roommate that, like, we would just fight all the time just because we were bored college idiots, like lunks who just got done
we do that stuff all the time.
So we would just fight in our room. So, like, this is just me opening the door. I haven't seen O'Keel in a while. I'm like, let's go, big. I'm like, get the hell out of the car. We're fighting now. And he gets out of the car and we just start going.
So, like, we coached Stephanie's son. She's saying that. And we coached, you and I both coached Lucas's, the 6th grade team. And it was a bunch of kids who had played maybe one year. They weren't like the main, we picked up, basically it was a 3rd team, of the, like, cause there was like a real main team and another team. And then we got those guys that had never really played.
Right.
They got so much better
as
the year went on. And like, remember the first game? Like they didn't, what did we lose? Like 40 to
I think we scored
10?
4 points. Yeah. We scored like 4 points.
It was terrible. And then by the end, we were playing with that team.
Yeah.
And it was
and the
great.
cool thing is we took a group of kids who almost all of them had never played basketball.
Yeah.
And then you get to see the kids grow so much. And then you get to see the kids who are like, they're all at a similar starting point.
Yeah.
But then you get to see the kids who, okay, if this kid really they all start to jut out and some get better than others to 100%. The point where you're like, okay, you've never played basketball, but if you want to play and you work hard, you can. You can 100% play basketball.
It's giving them a foundation is what it's doing.
Yeah. And it was really cool to see that. But on a high school level, I'm sure it's a lot harder. And I'm sure there are a lot more kids that are a lot better. And that discrepancy between the kids who are really good gets hairy. You know what I mean? I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But still, at the end of the day, it's the coach's call. It really is.
All right. I'm going to try and pull this up. I'm having some problems here. Okay. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about some different things. Well, we already started. Again, in the comments, by the way, there's 20 people watching. Please, everybody give us a like, share this if you would. We'd like that. Follow us. If you're not, I'm ready. I'm probably sure some of you are. But we got 6 likes. Just get some more likes up there. Mitch McConnell. Dude, did you see that?
Yeah, dude. I saw him freeze up again. And it's sad that we're even saying again, because this is the second time this has happened.
And all right, let me pull this. Can you see that, Isaac? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, I'm gonna play it. I don't know what I'm outside, so let's see how this goes. But basically, he like freezes up, and I want to have a bunch of comments about this because it's weird. So it's not weird. I feel bad, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Wait, let's.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
So here comes security. Okay.
Man.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
I mean,
Dude, what in the world?
Full on tasty.
And here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and bash this older gentleman who, is obviously mentally unwell, right? But what people have to understand is that man has a lot of power and a lot of important decisions to make.
Yeah.
And that is not somebody who has the mental capacity to make said important decisions. And that is who is leading our country. And it's not okay. It's 100% wrong. And the only people I blame are political parties, because the Republican Party is propping him up, just like the Democratic Party is propping up that old 97-year-old lady, as puppets. They're nothing but puppets.
Dude,
and the political parties are pulling the string.
Biden's not much better right now either, to be totally honest.
Biden's just as bad. Just as bad.
Yeah.
Just as bad. Not as bad as that, but still bad. Still not capable of making our country's most important decisions, even more so than McConnell, Biden. But
so I was thinking about this, like, why, like, in my head, I'm like, why would they want him to keep in power? Right? Well, who would, like you said, the political parties, but it's also, think about the people that work for him. He probably has hundreds of people underneath him. You know what I mean? Like, hold apart, like he's a business, right? Like himself, paying like people working, like marketing, media, you know what I'm saying? And then people who've paid for it, like companies, businesses donating to the Republicans because they have, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's unbelievable.
This is firm. So much money. Broad who has no idea where she's at. That's a Democrat. Yeah. And that's Feinstein. Have you seen that video, Luke?
Yeah, she's not. Yeah.
That's even worse, where they're talking about voting on something, and she's talking about the topic, and she's like, oh, well, we're gonna do this and this and this, and the person to her left is like, just say yes, just say yes, just say yes, just say yes, and then she's like, yes, and then it's like, you're not there. They're not all there.
Listen, there are 80-year-olds that are mentally capable of doing that, right?
Yeah.
But at that age, when you start getting to that age, with that amount of stuff you're doing, with that amount of respect, they shouldn't be in power. And this right here, all day, all day.
You need term limits. And what people will say is, Holly, like my dad always says, Fred always says, then you need to vote these people out. Who votes these people back into office? They get voted back into office because the tribalism of politics has people voting down party lines every single time. And it's so annoying. And until America wakes up and realizes that you can't vote party lines every single time, and it's nothing more than just news stations feeding you garbage, like it's never going to end. And that's why term limits need to be in place. And it's also why you need to take the money out of politics too. Yeah. And you need to stop freaking money from being the reason why these
lobbyists should be made, but they're never going to do it. The problem is they're never going to do it because that would be like putting a term limit on your own job. It'll never happen.
But they're making these super important decisions for these industries, and these industries are able to lobby. Like freaking pharmaceuticals is a great example. But they're able to make these insane decisions about what and vote on like what the companies are able to do. So of course these lobbyists are coming in and paying them all kinds of money. That, and then the other side of it is the stock market. I don't think anybody in national politics, any politician, if they're voting on industries, you make a huge decision in an industry, and then you just move all your money onto that side of the casino, and then you make all kinds of money. They know it's gonna go up.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
nobody in their family, none of them should be able to play any part of the stock market. No stocks, no options, no freaking Bitcoin, nothing. This is how much money you're making. You're making $500K a year, and that's it. That's what you make.
So historically speaking, the Democratic Party is the people, the blue collar worker party, right? These are people, like, I love it when I see Democrats say, these are people like us. They care about the working man. Every one of those people in Congress is a millionaire. Every one of them. They're not like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely
crazy.
But then now it's becoming, it's like switching. So the parties are like going through this switch where Republicans are like super, they are trying to relate to the blue collar working man now, and the Democrats are like big money and like pro-war.
Yeah,
like Democrats were never pro-war, and now they're all about let's stink and back Ukraine, like and kill people. Like what is happening? It's just insane, man. It really is.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't know who would take over if McConnell dies. I don't like who takes over. I don't think there's a special election. Is he nominated by the party? I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? Somebody asked that. I don't know. Does anybody know that one? I have no clue. I have no idea. If McConnell drops dead tomorrow, who takes over for him? I have no idea how that works. Does anybody know?
Yeah.
The whole system is a mess.
That would solve it. Term limits would solve it because more people would come in and out, and they go in with a mission to get something done because they know they only have so much time.
Yeah, 100%. 100. It happens. Why is it states like that?
And then you take money out of it so that there's not outside influence. There's nothing but purely what's best for people. Or
is that your idea? I don't know. Is that I have no idea, Chris. Somebody Google that. I have no clue. Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, that one really creeped me out. It's like, God, I feel so bad.
And I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
And it honestly, man, I want to say age limits. I want to say over 80, but you would have, I think it should be, so I don't sound like an ageist as we've been accused of being in the past. I would say like cognitive testing, so that if you are an 85-year-old congressman, you're taking a test to make sure that you're not crazy.
Yeah, right there. Look at Firmstone. That's awesome. Right now, they're just glorified fundraisers for their freaking political party.
Yeah, and they know, as long as we stay on our side and we keep doing what our party says, we're going to keep getting voted in because people are going to vote party lines.
Well, I get so annoyed with the people on Facebook and stuff who say, "Oh, the President Biden did this, President Trump did this, and this is killing us." No, it's not those guys. Those guys are in there for 8 years max. Right. It's the freaking long-term guys.
Yeah, exactly. You need cognitive testing. You got to be able to pass a freaking cognitive
Steph, aren't you 50? You need a cognitive test now. I don't know. Yeah, I think you turned. Yeah, you need a cognitive test.
Crazy Aunt Steph.
All right. So yeah, we don't have a lot to talk about tonight because we were all freaking busy. Anything else you want to talk? Did you do the Austin Town Complaint Department? Oh my God, those freaking guys.
What happened with that lady that they were complaining about?
So
what happened with that? And then you went on the MLO Bros and said something about copyright, or she took pictures.
So let's see how to even start this. I wasn't really involved, to be honest with you. I just kind of sat back and I was just making comments from the MLO Bros side. Like I wasn't doing anything defamatory to her until she attacked that Hannah Travels, or what's that thing called?
Yeah, she took all of her, and it's happened to me before too. She took all of her posts of the Canfield Fair and shared them as her own pictures. Like, here's what I don't understand about these freaking stupid people is if you like the idea that somebody shared, like their pictures or their words, why don't you just hit the share button and give them, it's literally easier than copy and pasting. You just hit share. But they want people to think it's coming from them so that people think they're smart or creative or whatever. Just share what the person's thinking. Just share their post. Give them the credit.
Hey, Rob Miller, are you by a computer right now or your phone? I'll invite you on from the complaint department. We can invite Rob on.
Yeah.
You know Rob? Remember Rob?
Rob.
All right. Well, Rob, Hold on, let's bring Rob on.
I heard he had a really fun first day of school too.
Huh?
I heard he had a really fun first day of school.
Did you use a picture of him?
That was me. I shared that.
Oh, did you really? Was that you?
Yeah, I shared it and I said, live look at Rob on his first day of school.
Dude, that was funny. That was funny. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this real fast.
There's pictures of his daughter in them too.
What's that?
Yeah, and then I saw the message where she was like backpedaling, like, no, it's pictures of the fair. Anybody can post them. It's just,
dude. Hold on. We'll tell the whole story. There's a whole long, drawn out story.
I don't know the whole. I do not know the whole story.
He's driving. Okay, so basically, I'll try and do this. So there's this lady. Let's call her Biffany, and Biffany has, as far as I've seen, every time she posts, she's attacks people. Like, it's constant. You understand? Like, she's a troll. She's the true definition of a troll.
And she
hates
too, right?
Not anymore.
Oh,
she hates Santos, right? Like, hates him.
Okay.
Robert Santos hates him. Like, we don't know why. She like just degrades people. She like, and these are all my opinion and facts. So if you're watching, you want to try and sue me, whatever, sue away. She, just a mean person in my opinion, right?
Okay.
So she created a page that was like Austintown Middle School Parent Forum, okay?
Yeah.
And she starts posting these things on this page.
Okay.
And my guess is she made these pages because she was unhappy with Austintown schools, right? She's made comments. She starts making comments on like this page that's supposed to be a parent forum as the page saying, Austintown did this to my kid. Austintown did that to my kid. That's what I noticed. And that's when I was like, this is ridiculous. So the Austintown Complaint Department, basically, let's see how this happened, Rob. Remind me here, Rob. So I believe she blocked a post or something on there. So then Rob Miller goes on and says, I got blocked. So everybody just starts freaking firing away at this chick on this page, right?
Why? Because this lady has done crazy stuff to them before.
Yeah, exactly. So then her daughter gets on there, and then she starts it. It just turns into I don't know your phone number. Text me your phone number, Rob. You keep saying call me. Do I have your phone number? Put your phone number in the complaint department group, Rob, and I'll call you. So anyways, long story short, it just turns into this big fiasco. Everybody's freaking going to the page. This lady,
she cropped out Santos.
Yeah, that was it. She cropped out a picture of Santos. So there's a picture of there's a picture with Luigi, Mario, Santos, Monica Weaver.
Okay.
She blocks out Santos, like literally like draws him out of the picture.
Okay.
And then posts it saying, Monica Davry, what a great trustee. Look at this at movie night. So Rob goes on to her. This is on the page. Goes on. It's like, why did you crop out Santos?
Yeah.
Blocks Rob.
Okay.
And then hold on, I'm calling him. See if I can get him on here.
Don't be. Why are you watching this and driving right now, Rob? That is so unsafe.
I don't know. Can you hear him, Isaac?
I can
talk,
hear.
Rob.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
All right. So Rob, she cropped out that picture, right?
Yeah.
And then you copied it.
No, I go onto the page and I said, "Why did you crop out Luigi and Santos?" And she just immediately blocks me.
Right.
So I take screenshots and post it on the complaint department saying, hey, we should all go over there and ask why she cropped out Santos.
Right.
And then like 20 people go over there and do it, and just it's a shit show from there on.
Right. So people start like posting pictures that like,
yeah.
But then where she really got me, like I wasn't saying anything. I was just kind of minding my own business. She goes, there's a page called if you go, she's like 19,000 followers. It's Hitting the Highway with Hannah. It's a mom and a daughter, right? That take pictures of different events and different visiting spots and this kind of stuff, right? Literally 71 photos, Isaac, of the Canfield Fair. downloads every one of those pictures, posts it on her page like it's her own photos.
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off.
Yeah, I don't understand why you don't just hit the share button and share it to your page and say,
hold
hey.
on. Rob, go ahead, Rob.
She threatens to sue me, Brad, and Justin.
Yeah, so she's threatened to sue people now.
For what, though?
Defamation.
What's the legal term of defamation?
It's just the classic thing is the bully gets punched in the face and then claims victim.
Yeah, exactly. It's the bully that gets punched in the face, and now it's
it. Yeah.
Okay.
What defamation is that? Saying lies about people? Is that what defamation?
No.
is?
So I posted this in the complaint department. Defamation of character. The only way we're hearing rumors that she went to the police. Okay. The police said there's nothing here. There's no threats. There's no, you know what I mean? There's nothing. It's Facebook, just whatever.
Right.
So now she's threatening civil lawsuits with defamation of character. So what that means is she has to prove, if she does go through with a lawsuit, right? She has to prove that her character was damaged. There was financial like she lost money over it. And the stuff wasn't true. It wasn't opinions. It was falsified intent. Like there's no way. Like she's
intentionally.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like every lawyer I've ever talked to, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I mean, you could file a civil lawsuit, but you're going to lose. You're going to spend $1 bazillion trying to do that.
Right.
That's serving me with papers when I live in Virginia.
We could come get you.
Come on down. I got beer.
So, yeah. So, all right, Rob, where are you at? Are you driving?
No, I actually just pulled in the driveway.
All right. Did you get hit by the hurricane at all? Rob?
Yeah, you got me?
Yeah, did you get hit by the hurricane?
No, we got little remnants of it here. It rained all day, but now it's
there you go.
It's 80 degrees and clear out.
All right. Well, listen, it's hard to do this with the phone. Let's have when you come back in October, you want to drink again? Isaac, they want to come drinking.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let us know when you come back to visit your mom and we'll go drinking.
Sounds good.
We'll have it at the studio. We'll have a party at the studio.
All right, bye. So, anyways, Isaac, this chick, she basically goes to, like, she went to the cops saying, like, oh, an entire Facebook page was harassing her. But again, like Rob said, it's a bully getting bullied. You know what I mean? It's like, she's bullied so many people all the time. And then, and people like, you guys need to be more mature. You guys need to do that. And it's like, I'm like, you got to fight fire with fire. Is that a terrible attitude?
But it doesn't matter what you think. You guys need to be more mature. As long as we're not doing anything illegal, we can do whatever the fuck we want.
That's what I'm saying. As long as you're doing opinions, you're giving opinions. Like Isaac, if I say, hey, you're an asshole, that's my opinion. I'm allowed to say that to you. Yeah. Like that's, you know what I mean? You can't do it.
Yeah. It's just like she does it on news sites too. It's crazy. But all it is it can always be worse. People always complain about how we're too strict, we're too this, we're too that as admins. I want you to go run your own page like this crazy person did and realize that people are going to say stupid stuff to you all the time that you might not like. And they're going to say ridiculous things. And you're going to have the choice to make in terms of blocking them or kicking them from the group or not kicking from the group. And there are repercussions to doing both of those things, allowing them to stay and or kicking them. Like, it's not as easy as it seems. It really isn't.
The only time, and I know people are always like, you block people. The only time I block people, is if they're belligerent, they attack other people, they insult, like swearing, you know what I mean? That's when I do it. Or when I say, and again, I say, we're not putting up with this shit. I don't care what you say. If you say it again, you're gone. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm like, because you disagree with me. No, it's because you support that pedophile Steve Kent. I kicked anybody that posts on everything Austintown about him, like, oh, he's innocent, gone, because I don't want to hear it. I don't want you in our group. You don't deserve to be in our group. You're gone.
Right.
We're allowed to do that.
Right. And it is truly a private group where you have to get accepted into said group. So if you don't like it, you don't have to stay, and you can leave and you can go make your own group and have fun.
And I love it when people are like, "Oh, freedom of speech, Isaac. You're suppressing my freedom of speech. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's a private group.
It's not
just
even
like, yeah.
it's Isaac. If you are talking, like, you're my employee, right? You say something I disagree with. Okay. Like, you come out and you say the sky's purple. And I said, Isaac, it's blue. I know it's blue. And you're like, screw you. I know it's purple. And I'm like, Isaac, don't say that again, or you're gonna get fired. You're gonna get fired from this job. And you say, freedom of speech, the sky's purple.
Yeah.
I fire you.
Okay.
Freedom of speech does not exist between two people. Do you understand that? Yes. I can suppress your freedom of speech as a boss, as a whatever, right? Freedom of speech, if you read it, it is protection from the government.
Yes.
That is freedom of speech. I can go up to a cop, literally say, F you, dude. F you.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Because they work for the government. It
because
was
they
put
work
into
for the
place. It was put into place by our founding fathers to protect the future government from controlling the people and not letting them speak out about the government being idiots.
It was done because our forefathers, you would talk about the King of England and you get executed for it, for saying negative things.
Yeah,
that's why they did that.
Yeah, or China, how people talk up against the government and then they kill them. And then people are always quiet and never talk about China because they're afraid of getting killed. That doesn't happen in the United States because you're not allowed to. You can say whatever you want about the government.
Right. And then you get into like defamation of character. There's those things we talked about earlier where, okay, libel, slander. Like, I know that I know this stuff. Like libel, slander spoken, libel written. But you have so much to prove in a court of law. And you have to prove damages. You have to prove it's not like you're not gonna win those cases. It just doesn't happen. And then people who put themselves out there in public, if you're a public figure, you have to, like, if I'm pretty sure at this point, Isaac, if we tried to sue somebody for slander or libel against us, they get tossed out because we've put ourselves out there. You know what I'm saying? Like we're a show. So it's we've
done this to ourselves.
Exactly. Like you can't, like you just can't do it unless somebody says something intentionally like, hey, Isaac and Luke robbed a bank. We know they did it. I have evidence. And we did. You know what I'm saying? Like then we could sue them because it's making something up to hurt us and harm our business.
Right.
So it's just the whole thing is just, I love it. I get so pissy when people say, I'm going to sue you for defamation. No, you're not. Shut up. Go away. So
Johnny Depp won. Danielle said Johnny Depp won.
Yeah, Johnny Depp. She pooped
Johnny Depp won. That's an interesting one. She also pooped on his bed. She also pooped right on his bed.
She pooped on his bed. Did she poop on his pillow? Wasn't it on his pillow?
No, she took a dump on his blanket.
Why do you poop on someone's bed?
Because that lady was crazy, obviously.
Yeah. Isaac, we ready for tomorrow or Saturday?
How's Marshall? Is he feeling better, ready for the big race? So we think it's his dental chews. So like he's had this happen to him once before. Like he was puking for like 4 hours straight, and we were worried that it was something. What's the disease? Where it's in your belly, but it wasn't. So he's fine. So he puked a crap load of times until like midnight, and it was horrible. But he was ready. He ran some practice runs yesterday. He's run some practice runs today. He is pumped. He's ready to go. And I don't even care if he loses. It's still a lot of fun, and I hope a bunch of dollars come. But
we had
if he wins, we get to call him Mr. Two-Time, and I'm gonna legally change his name to Mr. Two-Time because he's two-time champion of the week.
All right, Greg's very concerned. Everybody's concerned about him, but he's ready to go. We got to get him some electrolytes.
He's ready to go. He has been drinking water all day, and I have him on a strict diet of 1/4 a cup of food per day. Got to stay light. Got to stay on his feet. Running practice runs every night.
Current odds. Marshall's probably 3-1, 4-1.
He's got some good odds. I mean,
he's got to be.
The thing is, if you watch it, you'll see. there's a difference between the dogs that have no idea what's going on and they like open the gate and the dogs like wander out and are just like, and they just like walk, and the dogs that like run to their owner. Yeah. So Marshall knows the drill and he knows where to run to. It's just a matter of he's getting older and he's heavier than he's been in the past. So I don't know if he's going to be as quick as if there's a younger dog that might be. Because he's 4 years old now. He's old for a racing dog.
I feel that pain. I'm not quite as fast as
right. So he's like he's usually at like 11 pounds, and he's because he's getting older. He's starting to put on his old man weight, and he's like at 12 now.
Oh, so, that extra pound on that
I know
it's on those little wiener dog legs.
So the question is, have we been training him? Is that a pound of muscle or is it a pound of fat? Find out on Saturday.
What time is it, Isaac?
So I will share when I go, I'll share to the MLO Bros. I'll try and share to the everything pages in my personal page. But Shelby and I have to be there at 9. And then it's heats. So it's multiple races throughout the day that are qualifying heats for the championship race. And they go in between the horses. So the horses will do a race around, and then the wiener dogs will do a race. And then the horses will do a race around. But the problem is the horses will sometimes get behind. So if the horses get behind, we get put behind too.
Really? So Saturday, if you're at the fair Saturday, check in at the grandstand, right? To see when it is.
Yeah. So the grandstands, I'm guessing they're going to be running all day because it's a lot bigger. But when we get there, they'll give us a card with all the race times and what heats we're in and
stuff. You gotta let everybody know,
I'll share the heats we're in and what time we're racing, and then if we qualify for the championship, I'll share the championship race too.
Look, Tony said, Luke, I knew it wouldn't be long before Isaac starts with his ageism.
Tony, all I'm saying is it's not okay for McConnell to be doing that. I think you're a Democrat.
I think he's referring to the dog being old too. Maybe your dog's getting older.
Yeah.
Because of your weird dog getting older too.
I think he's so I've talked to some guys who are super into these wiener dog races that we've been invited to these other races throughout Ohio. We're like,
you've been invited to other races?
Yeah, dude. Every time Marshall comes, he came in first place in 2021 and second place in 2022. So we're getting invited to like Worcester and Cleveland, and
like going on this
because Marshall keeps winning prize money. So they're like, come out to these races. Like there's age brackets. So there's like 1 to 4 or 1 to 2 is like the babies. 2 to 4 is 4 to 6 is one. Like it's legit.
I think you should start good. If he wins, I think you need to go on.
If he wins, we're going on tour.
Going on tour.
I'm retiring from being
like I could see it like at another race in like Worcester, like somebody's there with the dog and they're like, oh shit, is that Marshall Schuster?
Is that Marshall Canfield Fair champion?
Oh no, we don't stand a chance. It's intimidating to be around such athletes.
Right. And then at that point, like if he wins again, I'm gonna be upset that we fixed him. Like
you could be breeding.
You know what I mean? Like that is money. Like we need to go find his balls.
Yeah, I mean it's like a purebred horse at that point.
Yeah, I mean he's a champion. He's a champion. He doesn't have kids.
Champion win. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's money. It's money flushed down the toilet.
All right, so we don't got anything this weekend. Friday or next Tuesday, we're gonna do another talk back. Okay. I like these talk. I think we need to do these talk backs once a week.
They're great. They're fun. They're good fun.
Thursday, Hockenberry, Principal Hockenberry is coming on.
Yeah, and we have an awesome story we get to talk about.
Oh God, yes. I don't want to ruin it, but the kids at Poland.
Listen, man, I am all about creativity and absolute like not chaos, but like
thinking outside the box, having fun, being, you know what I mean, like
chaotic good, as the Dungeons and Dragons folks
kind of that's like, our theme.
Chaotic good. But this story and the creativity of these kids, like people want to get upset at them, and naturally the school system does, they get mad at kids who are chaotic, but it is absolutely chef's kiss.
I'm telling you, we'll talk about that with Hawk on Thursday. Tuesday we'll do a talk back. And then the following Tuesday, the 12th, we got to go to the pod. We got to go back to the podcast. We have the new Phantoms coming on because you know how a lot of those kids got like Fowler and
yes, we're going to. Are we having them at the studio?
Yeah, they're coming in to talk.
Nice.
I want to meet the new guys. I had so much fun at those games with those kids and those games,
Yeah.
and I want to get them back on because they got new kids coming. So we're gonna go meet some new players.
We should at one point too. We should check in on Fowler.
Yeah,
and
see how he's doing.
Yeah, the other boys too. You know.
Yep, we could do that for sure. So those guys are going to be on the show on the following Tuesday. So, yeah, school levy season is coming up. That's why the superintendent's coming on. Canfield has a big one. I know Chris is from Canfield. We have a huge one coming on in Canfield. Poland has a big one. Poland has a levy. Like there's all kinds of stuff going down all over. We're going to get into the politics stuff here soon, Isaac, that I know you love.
I hate it so much.
I know. School board members. I mean, we're got it coming.
Hate it. And it's just so fake. Is the only way I can explain it.
Local politics is so much more important than state and government and federal. That's I truly believe that.
Yes, I agree. Huh? And I honestly feel like more things should be happening and it should be weighed heavier locally. And the federal stuff should be like cut in half. Like the federal government should be cut in half.
Yep. Never going to happen.
All of the agencies, everything, cut it in half.
Yep.
And give more responsibilities to the local government.
Yep. Never happened.
That's what needs to happen.
Pipe dream, buddy. Pipe dream. All right. I have to go to the fair tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Why do you have to go to the fair tomorrow morning?
Because I don't want to go on Saturday or Sunday when there's a million people there.
Good point. What time you
go on it? Huh?
What time you go?
8:39. You want to go?
God, you're such our dad. You were
I'm gonna wear my.
You're gonna go and you're gonna make your kids walk through every single barn. And remember that? Do you remember doing that with mom and dad every year? They'd make you go. They make you walk through every single inch of the Canfield Fair.
Yeah, every single year. Wait, it's so much like that. I'm gonna put my white shoes and my high socks on. I'm gonna get my cargo pants.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah,
go through all the things.
We're gonna start at the northwestern corner and work our way across. Exactly. We're gonna zigzag through, and then you'd be like, Dad, I just want to go on the rides. Yeah. We have yet to see the chickens and the goats. Exactly. We're not missing a single barn. And then when all is said and done, we're gonna go eat at the pancake breakfast at the North Lima Rook.
Yeah.
And then when we're done there, and I've talked to my people because I'm on the school board, then you can go on the rides. You're getting a wristband and you're gonna go on rides for at least an hour so I get my money's worth.
No. We don't do that. They get one ride each.
Oh, really?
One ride. Maggie hates the rides.
They are terrifying.
Yeah, Maggie wouldn't have them go on the ride at all, but I was able to negotiate on behalf of my male children one ride. That's what I got in the bargaining thing. The great Fred Fuster.
Oh no, you don't, dude. I'm South Range, right?
Yeah, he's in Canfield, but it's South Range Schools, right?
I am South Range Schools. I'm right off 46, but I'm over here by South Range Schools. So
but you are Canfield mailing address, South Range Schools.
But I am Canfield mailing address, and you bet your sweet ass that Marshall on Saturday is hailing from Canfield.
Are you
home field advantage, baby?
Isaac, are you going to eat shitty food when you go to the fair?
Absolutely.
What do you get?
Dude, I get a Molnar cinnamon roll every single year. You have to get a Molnar cinnamon roll. And then, dude, RIP Crazy Cones. They were the truth, and they're gone now. But may they forever rest in peace. Those were my jam. So the thing that sucks with the fair is like I like turkey legs and stuff like that, but the problem is you get like it all over your fingers, and then your fingers are sticky for the rest of the day, and there's nothing you can do.
It's true. We'll go to the bathroom. You could go to the bathroom.
You walk around the fair with sticky fingers, and you touch everything, and then you're touching like horse crap, and you get it on your fingers, and it's just horrible. It's just nightmare situation.
So, elephant ear.
Yes. Okay. Are you elephant ear or funnel cake?
Elephant ear.
See, I'm funnel cake all day.
Of course
you're an idiot.
That's so funnel cakes are disgusting. You're gross. I want the flaky elephant ear that's like fried dough.
I like the pancakey type, like funnel part. The
Nasty. You know what? Tomorrow morning, we're gonna do a talk off funnel cake or elf veneer on the MLO Bros in the comments. So everyone fight. I want everyone to fight about it.
If you are an elephant ear person, I feel like you're a guy that only pees sitting down.
Okay. If you are a funnel cake person,
yeah,
I feel like you're the guy that's just gonna say funnel cake because you know everybody doesn't like it and you're just trying to be different.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
nonconformist. I truly pick funnel cake.
I truly like it's like the guy who's like, I live in Ohio, but I like the Steelers. Or
see, Holly likes funnel cake and she pees and sits down.
You probably pee standing up. Holly, you pee standing up. Stop lying.
They have new hand washing stations. That is a beautiful thing.
There you go.
Best thing
there you go.
In my entire life. When did that happen?
Molnar's French fries. We're gonna get French fries.
Yeah,
funnel
usually gets French
elf veneer, French fries. So then the problem I have is like my main course, right? Because I try and get something that I can't get ever. Like I love gyros. You can get them at the fair. I don't want to get gyros.
Yeah.
Cavatellis. I like those bowls, but yeah, I can get them.
It's a lot.
They're dense. Yeah. I don't know what to get like for my main.
Have you tried the noodles? Those.
Oh, somebody was telling me about the Chinese noodles.
I have yet to try those. And there's specific Chinese places that are real good.
Yep. I've heard that.
Stephanie, for the freaking 10th time, fried veggies. Why are you getting fried veggies when you can get a fried Oreo? Like, what are you doing? You need to think about your life. You don't go to the fair to get fried veggies. Go to the fair to get fried Oreos or Snickers or something terrible.
Didn't we try fried butter one time?
Island noodles.
That's it. Island noodles.
I want to try that this year.
Ooh, lemon shakes. Gotta get a lemon shake. That's a good one too. Gotta get one. But I need a main course. I need a meal.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, everybody, we're out of here. There's Lucas. Isaac, you almost scored a touchdown today.
Lucas, I heard you caught it and you tried to do the stretch for the touchdown.
Yeah, I did
It was so, dude. I was sitting in the stands. I had to apologize by the people that I was sitting by because I jumped up.
Did you? Was your dad calling Lucas? Lucas, were you excited?
But dude, I jumped up. I had to apologize to the people next to me because I was screaming so loud. I'm like, come on.
Awesome. Lucas, does that make you? I'm going to ask you some serious questions here. So last year in football, you didn't play a lot, right?
Yep.
Can you? Oh my gosh, get off your phone. You're so much like your dad. I'm going to reach through the screen and freak out. Put your phone down and talk to me. Okay.
I'm talking.
Thank you. I love you very much. As your uncle, I love you very much. Last year you didn't play a lot, right?
Nope.
Now this year there's not as many kids and you're playing.
There's
and
like
you almost scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
How did it feel today being able
to better than last year?
Yeah, it was weird.
Was it weird?
It was weird because I did not really think I was gonna play that much. But I ended up playing like
a lot.
Yeah, hold on. Go, Sammy, go.
Hold on. He's so much like me, isn't he? Isn't it sad?
Dude, I'm gonna freak out. Like I can't really freak out on you, but with him as my nephew, God, if there's anything I do on this freaking planet, just don't let my nephews be like my brother.
So are you feeling? Would you get off your phone? Are you feeling better about football now?
Yes.
Yeah, he was on like cloud 9.
That's awesome. So I'm happy and I'm excited for like I feel like for him this will make him want to work harder and play.
Yes. And he needs, but now Lucas, you need to work hard in practice. Hard in practice. All right, I'm gonna go talk.
You know why you say that? Because you know that you never worked hard in practice, right?
I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So So in the car today, he was worried about not playing a lot, and he's like, "Dad, what did you do when you were on the bench?" And I'm like, well,
I wasn't on the bench.
I was never on, dude. I was always on the best teams. I was always like sophomore year. I started both ways as a football, like varsity, like basketball. Like it was like always. And because I was bigger than everybody, I went to
I would like to argue that if done properly, I feel like being a bench player in high school stuff makes you it's made me want to work harder at my
100%. I would see that. 100%.
And it's made me want to be better and learn more efficiently and figure out ways to efficiently become better.
Right.
Through reading and studying and doing different
things. And honestly, I've always had everything just kind of happen.
Right.
It's a good reflection. It's a good reflection of our personalities, actually.
You learn how to get the edge that you always wanted, but you never got as a kid because you weren't smart enough to realize how.
Right. And I was always naturally whatever. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like I hate to, I'm not being I mean, it's just how it was. Like I was naturally athletic.
Yeah.
Like
the other thing that sucks too is you were bigger. You were always. I was never.
Yeah.
I didn't grow till college.
I never lifted in high school. I never did anything. You know what I mean? Like I could have probably done way better had I applied myself.
I was never strong. I was always weak. When I did grow, I was skinny. And then it wasn't until hard work that now I'm finally starting to. I've been lifting for 7 years and I'm finally starting to get bigger.
Stephanie said naturally, I was always naturally annoying. It's kind of like
Stephanie, we've always been good at being annoying and pushing buttons if we want to, but also being able to talk ourselves out of situations.
Yep, 100%. So, all right. Well, I got to go to bed. I got to go get tuck my kids in. Everybody, we will see you guys next week. Isaac, give them the advertisement.
MLO Bros stands for Mortgage Loan Originator Brothers. So we are loan officers. Fun fact: mortgage interest rates are at the lowest mortgage applications are at the lowest they've ever been since 1995.
That does not surprise me because we're dead.
So new applications are the lowest they've been since 1995. So for the love of God, if you're buying a house, please call us because we need you to use this. Or we're gonna go out of business.
We're gonna have to figure out side jobs. We're gonna start working. Hey,
fellow loan officer from PA, Katie Conrad. Somebody commented that stat on my post, and she's also a loan officer in PA. All she did was send a picture underneath that on my post of OnlyFans. Just a picture of OnlyFans.
Are we gonna start an OnlyFans page?
My response was
Isaac, you like my feet?
Right. No, my response was me and my butthole are gonna make so much money.
That's so gross. Oh my God.
I think it was my exact comment was me and my d-hole are gonna make
is there an OnlyFans like a segment for people who like larger 45-year-old men?
Listen, I have zero chest hair as a 29-year-old adult.
I got some.
We don't. Fred never had chest hair, so we don't have chest hair.
I have some. Do you have any?
What?
You have any?
I got like a couple nipple hairs, but I don't want to bust my nipple out.
I got something right here.
But no, I don't shave, ladies and gentlemen. This is just
all natural.
All natural.
All right, that's enough. All right, go work on your OnlyFans page. Everybody, we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a good weekend. Have fun at the fair. Send us pictures. I'd love to see pictures. All right, bye.
Be safe, everybody. Bye.
Where's our music at?